Let's talk about rizz. What is rizz? This term that just came up that really took the world by storm, especially in 2024 and then sometime in 2025. You don't really hear it as much every now and then, but I will say it's a term that's being used especially in the streaming community, WL community, and content creation. I don't know about poggers, but yeah. It's a term used to coin game, essentially. If you know what game is, if you know what rizz is, it basically refers to how much effort is being put into a particular person trying to appeal to the opposite sex or same sex if they're into that. So when I talk about rizz, we're always talking about rizz from the perspective of guys who have rizz in the world. We're talking about people like, I'm not going to glaze anyone, but you know who I'm talking about. Everyone's talking about, oh, Duke Dennis. Shout out Duke. But I ain't about to glaze you, bro. But we talk about rizz with like people who have charisma, people who are able to like just attract the opposite sex or the same sex, whoever they're attracted to. But we never talk about rizz in a fictional sense. We never talk about rizz when it comes to fictional characters. I haven't seen a video about rizz when it comes to like anime characters or when it comes to like video game characters until today. So in today's video, we're going to talk about rizz. And when I talk about rizz when it comes to video game characters, it's more or less a combination of charisma with who they're attracted to and also just oral farming. Side notes, disclaimer, this is an ignorant video. This is a free pause video. If any of you people say pause, I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna get you. But honestly speaking, this is a video just for making me fun. Not really caring about what happens. I will make a part 2 depending on how well this video does. So if you want to say part 2, please click the like button, subscribe. Just let's get this video out there. Let's push this video out there. This video is mainly about the men. It's mainly about the bros. It's mainly about the guys. And when I talk about rizz, it's more about just oral farming mixed with also how many women this guy gets. Like I said, this is an ignorance video. So, men of culture, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Senzu. We're back at it again. We're back with another video. If this is your first time, hey, welcome to the channel. If this isn't your first time you've been here, welcome back, kings and queens. Today's video is going to be a tier list video. I haven't made these videos in a while. I don't think I've ever made these videos before. But it's going to be a tier list video on something that I haven't seen on the internet. So, we are talking about the best video game characters with the most rizz. Ignorance as hell, I don't care. So let's get into it. And before we actually get into it, let's talk about the categories. So first category, rizz god. This is the ultimate, most charismatic of the bunch when it comes to like video game characters, especially men. I'm talking about the guys who have aura, the guys wherever they step in, it's like, yo, I want to be like that guy. That guy is him. He is Timothy the First. He's not even him. He is him. You feel me? Then after that, we have the rizz Hall of Fame. Competent, respectable, numero dos, not numero uno. Just as good as a rizz god, but not up to that same level of accomplishments and achievements as a rizz god. Then we have the first team Rizzler. Honestly, these names are crazy. God damn. First team Rizzler, extremely competent, knows what he's doing, knows his way around women, knows how to oral farm, knows how to be the main character in his own title. Maybe not as good as a rizz Hall of Famer or a rizz god, but he's solid. Then we have the average Joe. These are the characters who are competent in their games, but when it comes to like appealing to the opposite sex or the same sex, whoever they're attracted to, they do an alright job. They're not like, oh, he's cool, but I don't know if I want to take any of his game into actual reality, which will never happen really. But it's just more so a case of, yeah, you're good, yeah, you're fine, we will leave you there, and then that's it. And then the last category is, you are finished, LOL. I don't think I have to go into this category. If you know, you know. But without further ado, let's actually hop into the tier list. Best video game rizz artist tier list. And so I'm going to make this as short as I possibly can. So I made only 10 characters. I made 10 of the most iconic characters that I could think of from the top of my head. And just characters that I actually know a little bit about. Some I don't know as much when it comes to like their charisma with other women or the characters that they're attracted to. But bear me out. So the first character we have on our list is Cloud Strife. Cloud Strife? Okay, y'all might disagree with me, but I will give Cloud somewhere in between. No, he's a first team Rizzler. Hear me out. Especially when it comes to Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth, where the game goes into more detail as to the interrelationship between all the characters in the game. Just off the bat, right? Cloud has the aura. Cloud is that, I was about to say, Cloud is that, you know, he's him, especially in his game. But you obviously have Sephiroth, who I would say is probably a rizz Hall of Fame or rizz god just because of just his aura and his character design. But let's focus on Cloud now. Cloud as a character represents to me one of those shonen characters who doesn't have any personality to begin with in the first place, but then goes along later on in the game to be like this leader character who's like, you know what, you're solid. But in terms of his rizz, Aerith Jesse, and Tifa. Look, one guy having those three it's insane. So clearly, just for that alone, in terms of like accomplishments, first team Rizzler. And it also helps that you also go on multiple dates with most of these women. So it's like, yeah. Even if you're not really doing anything, he's one of those guys you see like in secondary school or high school where they don't have to do much to get women. They don't talk, they don't have like personality at first, but it's just like automatic. It's like an automatic headshot kill. Well, I shouldn't be saying kill, but automatic get to the women, being attractive, or women being attracted to them. So it's like, okay, Cloud Strife is the first team Rizzler. Now, next on the list, Dante from the Devil May Cry series. Dante, to me, is going to go into the first team Rizzler slot. Only because, and I say this, only because Dante as a character exudes cool. He exudes confidence. He's cocky, he's aggressive, but he's that type of guy that, look, I'm gonna be cocky, I'm gonna be aggressive, I'm gonna be arrogant because I'm him. And he's not wrong. He's him. He's him in the Devil May Cry series. Look, Nero is cool. Virgil is probably a top of Dante in my perspective, just because of just that aura that he has. But when it comes to like the women with Dante, I know Dante is messed around with Lady and Trish, but in terms of like going into detail as to his romantic endeavors, I don't see a lot, or maybe I'm not in tune with the lore of the Devil May Cry series, so it's a bit weird to say where he lies when it comes to like dating with women and what he has. Similar to like Cloud, where we have like a first approach of, oh yo, these three girls are onto you. Dante on the other hand is like, well, he probably does get women, but it's a case of, we can't really say because we haven't seen it, but clearly first team Rizzler goes without saying, Dante for sure. Next on the list, Ezio La Firenze Auditori. Whoo-wee! He's him. Ezio Auditori La Firenze is that nigga. He is that nigga. Even though he's not a nigga, he is that nigga. Ezio reminds me, especially when I was growing up playing the Assassin's Creed games, Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, and Revelation. Ezio reminded me of a James Bond character. He reminds me of James Bond in the Assassin's Creed universe. In terms of the character when it comes to aura, in terms of the character when it comes to just exuding confidence, in terms of the character when it just comes to like just being him, being his own main protagonist. And also, let's not talk about the women in the game. Look, I'm a black man, black snow bunnies never. Repeat after me. Snow bunnies never. Black women for. Okay. But just objectively, he was getting dimes, bro. He was shooting threes from the 3-point line like it was nothing, from like the halfway line, like woof. So in terms of like aura, in terms of like charisma, in terms of rizz, Ezio La Firenze Auditori for me would be in the Rizz Hall of Fame. He just might low-key be in between Rizz Hall of Fame and Rizz God. No, I'm putting him as a Rizz God. Fuck that. Ezio La Firenze Auditori is going to be the first Rizz God from this video. He deserves it. He's him. He's that one of one. If you disagree with me, please leave in the comment section down below what you think. But Ezio La Firenze Auditori is definitely Rizz God. I don't care what anyone else says. I don't care what you say. If you agree with me, cool. If you disagree with me, please leave in the comment section why or why not. Geralt of Rivia. Probably one of my favorite characters of all time. It's just like a video game character, just from just him being him. Look, Geralt. Oh god, this might be my bias played. This is probably going to be my bias play when it comes to Geralt. Rizz Hall of Fame. I was this close to putting him into Rizz God, but I'm going to put him in the Rizz Hall of Fame. Fuck it, I lied. He's a Rizz God. He has to be. I said Dante. Geralt of Rivia, especially when you play The Witcher 2 and The Witcher 3, what Geralt does in the games, what Geralt does in these books, especially if you've read all the Witcher books, Geralt as a character is him. He's not him. He's him. He's Timothy the first, second, third. He's Timothy Prime. It looks like I'm glazing off this man, but look, like I said, this is a pause-free video. Behave yourselves. Geralt of Rivia to me, look, when you're dealing with Yennefer and Triss Merigold side by side, left and right, from my perspective, you can't be anything but a Rizz God. You're dealing with two of the most intelligent, most beautiful women in all of the game's world, even though they're not physically my type, because you know why I go for black women. But in terms of like just as video game characters, objectively are very attractive and are very competent in every single way, and you're just able to just like, look, I'm Geralt of Rivia, you know, like Roach. Geralt to me, in terms of all the feats he's done in this game, in terms of everything he's done, in terms of like all the accomplishments he's done, in terms of when he wears his costumes or when he wears his armor, especially with someone like me when Witcher 3, I had all the collection of every single Wolf School, every single Witcher School items, and just looking at art design, his character design, the way he comes in, the way he talks, the way he approaches people. The women love Geralt. Geralt is a rizz god. Geralt has to be a rizz god. He's not a rizz Hall of Fame. No, he is a rizz god. Just for the sake of it, he's a rizz god, for sure. If you disagree with me, leave a comment section down below why. Remember, subscribe, it helps. So let's get back into the character tier list. Let me try zooming this in again. Okay, next on the list is Joel from The Last of Us. Joel as a character, okay. So in terms of Joel, for me would be first team Rizzler in terms of just aura. In terms of his actual rizz, in terms of like getting women, I will put him in average Joe just because that's not the concept or the essence of his character in a particular game. His whole point in the game is protecting Ellie, getting Ellie to where she needs to be, growing with Ellie and becoming Ellie's dad, essentially. So in terms of like being the Rizzler, he's not probably going to be a rizz god, or he's not going to be a rizz Hall of Famer. Maybe borderline first team Rizzler, but I will put him in average Joe. As a character, Joel is potentially first team Rizzler, but in terms of like everything all together, in terms of like aura, in terms of like just talking to women, just approaching women, how he gets the ladies, you know what I mean? He's like probably an average Joe, if anything. Or maybe that's just because of just the world it is. And maybe this is unfair to him because he is in a post-apocalyptic world with zombies. So you can't really, the last thing in your mind is getting women. I was going to say something else, but the last thing in your mind is actually getting women. So it's like, okay, average Joe. We're going to come to Kratos last. Kratos is going to be the last person we come to. Master Chief. Master Chief will essentially be in the same category as Joel. As a character, Master Chief is in the Rizz Hall of Fame. But when it comes to, scratch that, Master Chief is in the Rizz Hall of Fame. Master Chief, no, I can't know. He can't be Rizz Hall of Fame because, no, Master Chief is in the Rizz Hall of Fame. Master Chief is in the Rizz Hall of Fame. Okay, yeah, he's in the Rizz Hall of Fame. You know what? My thinking and the way I'm thinking about how I'm making sense of everything right now, it's subjective. So I'm really happy with anyone going about this. I'm like, you know what? That's probably different. I probably won't put Master Chief there. But in terms of like everything in general, I think when Master Chief really surpasses everyone else is in reference to his aura. Maybe this is my bias to Xbox, and maybe this is my bias because I love the Halo games and I love the Halo franchise. Even though what's currently happening with Halo, if you see my last video, isn't really the best right now. But in terms of as a character, in terms of what Master Chief represents when it comes to gaming, when it comes to just you, when you first put on the Xbox and you first go into Halo 3 or Halo CE and go onto the Silent Cartographer, Master Chief, the way he moves in the game, you hearing Chief, John 117, he's him. He's that nigga. He's Timothy. He's him. It's Master Chief. It's Master Chief. I understand Master Chief only talks to Cortana, and I know how people feel about Cortana. Sometimes people are like, oh, yo, Cortana is bae, Cortana is this, Cortana is that. Me, frankly, I'd rather not fall in love with an AI like some of y'all niggas, but like, it's like, you know what? In terms of as a character, I think when Master Chief supersedes everyone else below him has to do with the accomplishments he has done when it comes to his video game franchise and when it comes to his video game world, in terms of like just being the Master Chief. From Halo 1 to Halo 2 to Halo 3, 4, 5, Master Chief is a Rizz Hall of Famer. Not because of the women he gets, but because of his aura in just everything he's done and his accomplishments. It's just so much that I can't not put him anything below first team Rizzler. But I'm going to put him in the Rizz Hall of Fame just because of Master Chief. Nathan, okay, so let's put Kratos last. Nathan Drake from the Uncharted series. Where am I going to put Nathan Drake? Where am I going to put Nathan Drake? Nathan Drake is a solid ass nigga, bro. Okay, he's not a nigga, but like a solid dude, bro. Like, honestly, Nathan Drake would probably go into first team Rizzler just in front of Cloud. And the reason why I say so is Nathan was with Chloe and Alina. In terms of Nathan, look, honestly, everyone knows in terms of like who's going to be good for you. Alina is probably the person you should go with, but who are you going to like, you know, who are you going to lust after is probably going to be Chloe. I will put him as the first team Rizzler just because of Nathan Drake. I'll put him as the first team Rizzler because of what he represents to PlayStation, what he represents to that new take on the treasure hunting main protagonist, similar to like a Lara Croft. But in terms for me, what Nathan Drake actually does in terms of the women he's actually gone with, his character, his charisma, his aura, what he does in his games. Even though, okay, I might put him third because character design is not as interesting as what I think from maybe a Cloud or from a Dante, but just from the perspective of what he has done, and it's very easy for you to see that, oh, hey, he gets women. Like, he He is him. He's him. I don't feel as strongly as calling Nathan Drake him. Like I would call something like a Geralt of Rivia or an Ezio Lafrenz in Auditoria. Or maybe this is just my bias showing out because this is a tier list video, so your bias is going to clearly show out. But I would say Nathan Drake probably is a first team Rizzler. Solid Snake, Big Boss, depending on Big Boss, maybe not because of the whole timeline thing. But Solid Snake as a character probably goes in first team Rizzler. I would put for Solid Snake probably above Nathan Drake, just because of what Solid Snake has actually done in his games, and what Solid Snake actually represents, or when he was Big Boss in Metal Gear Solid 3. Solid Snake as a character is probably one of the quintessential stealth-esque characters, very similar to what you have with the James Bond. Maybe not as suave with James Bond, but we all know that Solid Snake is just a horny, freaky-ass nigga. Like, especially in the game, especially when those cutscenes when you're talking to like the actual female characters in the game, he's just trying to get ass. That's all this guy's trying to get. Especially when he's talking to the characters like, yo ma, how you doing, ma? Yo, how you doing? Like, I miss you, ma. Come home, let me take you home. Nah, but honestly speaking, like in terms of like character design, in terms of like aura, in terms of what he does, in terms of what he's accomplished in his games, I would say Solid Snake is definitely a first team Rizzler, just off the bat, just off of just him being who he is and what he actually ends up doing throughout the whole Metal Gear Solid franchise or Metal Gear franchise in general. Solid Snake is definitely first team Rizzler. I think I'm actually too generous with my selection, but you know what? It is what it is. I might make an adjustment. I would really like to see where you guys put these characters in because it would be interesting to see where everyone stands. Sonic the Hedgehog. Nah, I'm playing. I'm a Sonic fan. I'm playing. Sonic, I'll put him in average Joe territory. Apart from Amy, and then apart from the girl in Sonic 06, we don't talk about Sonic 06 here, but Sonic isn't known for getting women, or his whole stick with him as a character is known for getting women. His character design is incredible. That character design is solid. That's like a solid character design, but I will put him in the average Joe territory, not because as a character he's an average Joe. It's more so I don't get anything else from him as a character when it comes to like talking to women, talking to people, but that's not the aim of his character. So this might be unfair to Sonic and Sonic fans. Don't kill me, I'm just saying. So to me, he's probably like in the average Joe territory. Just even though I like Sonic as a character, even though I fuck with Sonic as a character heavy, but in terms of like this list, he's probably not going to be in the same tier as Cloud, Dante, Solid Snake, and Nathan Drake. Honestly speaking, this might be my bias coming out, but he's definitely just as important as a character to anyone else in this whole tier list, but probably not on the same level. He's definitely not a Rizz God, that's for sure. And now, the moments we'll be waiting for. Cue the God of War music. This character. Look, there's a reason why I picked the image I used is Kratos from God of War 1, 2, 3, Chains of Olympus, Ascension, and not the new iteration of Kratos in God of War 2018 or Ragnarok. Because God of War 2018 Ragnarok is Kratos as a father, Kratos becoming a parent, Kratos becoming more responsible, Kratos looking not only after himself, but only looking after his child in Atreus, and being a role model, being someone who people can look up to, which is a beautiful thing. This is an ignorant ass video, and since this is an ignorant ass video, we are talking about young Kratos, or Kratos. Man, Kratos. Let me say my soliloquy, let me do my monologue, and then you know where I'm going to place him. I remember first growing up playing Chains of Olympus. When you get to the scene after beating the Persian general, and we get to that particular scene in the game, if you know the scene I'm talking about, the mini game. And this happens in every single game. God of War 1, 2, 3, Ascension. I think it happened in Chains of Olympus, Ascension, Ghost of Sparta as well. Kratos as a character design, accomplishments, killing all the gods. Look, you're not going anywhere below a Rizz Hall of Fame if you make the goddess of love, Aphrodite, fall for you. Because here's the thing with Aphrodite is the goddess of love, so men fawn over Aphrodite. It's a different ball game when she's fawning over you as a demigod. You're not even a full-blown god, you're the son of Zeus, but you're not even like a full-blown Olympian. And in God of War 3, we all know the minigame. We all know that minigame. When everything was happening, come through, all the women were looking like, oh wow, that looks fun, let me hop in. Objectively. And see how I'm only focusing on what his accomplishments are, because we have a record of every single accomplishment that Kratos has done when it comes to like dealing with the opposite sex. Because, and I'm never talking about his accomplishments as a video game character instead of like the story and the plot. It goes without saying, Kratos, son of Zeus, the god of war, is the prime numero uno Rizz God. Only goes without saying. Am I biased? Yes. Do I give a fuck? No, y'all can suck my dick. I'm joking. But in all honesty, Kratos as a character is the quintessential character when it comes to you being a race god, especially Kratos from God of War 1, 2, and 3 and Chains of Olympus. What this man has done, killing every single Greek god and destroying the whole Greek pantheon just because of his wrath, just because of his anger. And let's not even talk, I literally did a soliloquy of what he's done that we've seen the records of, which I can't really show on YouTube. So a lot of things are going to be blurred out right now because, you know, YouTube doesn't like spicy content. But for me, Kratos is numero uno when it comes to Riz God. He is number one. I would love to see what you guys think. I would love to see what you guys feel. I had so much fun making this video because honestly speaking, it's just more so, hey, Riz, video game characters, mix it together. Who's numero uno? My numero uno is Kratos, or how some of you pronounce him as Kratos. So what do you guys think of this? This is my number one. This is my tier list. So obviously you can obviously get this on the tier list maker as well. I made this public, so if you guys want to react to this video, you can react. If you want to make your own tier list and put, you know what, make your own tier list video, go to my communities, send a screenshot of what you guys think, or put in the comment section down below what you think of this particular tier list. Where do you guys stand with this? You know, put your own placement, put your own positions. I would love to know what you guys think as well. So going off number one, Riz God, we have Kratos, Ezio, Geralt. Riz Hall of Fame, Master Chief. First Team Rizzler, Cloud Strife, Dante, Solid Snake, Nathan Drake. Average Joe, we have Joel and Sonic. You're Finished. Unfortunately, we didn't have anybody in You're Finished, but 10 characters. Really enjoyed making this video. I would love to see what you guys think as well, because honestly, these are the type of videos I like. I enjoy making this type of videos because it's just nonsensical. It makes no sense. It's me being ignorant. I love it. But honestly, I would love to see what you guys think. Hey, if this is your first time seeing this video, it's your first time watching the channel, if you love this video and you're still here, appreciate you, love you. Please leave in the comment section down below what you think. Like I said, go to community, take a screenshot of your own tier list, put that in, let's discuss, let's talk. Also, I have a playlist of all my reviews. I'm going to put it either here or here, wherever it is. It probably helps. Thank you guys for watching the channel. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hope to hear from you soon. I will see you on the next one. And depending on how well this video does, I will do a part 2, which has to do with female characters and has to do more with aura and just presence in general, and just how cool they are as characters in general. Because you know what we believe in. This is a 50-50 channel. Equality. We believe in equality over here. Thanks for watching. Hope to hear from you soon. See you on the next one. Love you all. Take care. Peace.